It wasn't a perfect campaign. There is no such thing. But I was on the way to winning until the combination of Jim Comey's letter on October 28th and Russian WikiLeaks raised doubts in the minds of people who were inclined to vote for me but got scared off.
Hillary Clinton today still coming to terms with her loss in November. Plenty of blame to go around for the Clinton campaign, but when asked specifically if she took any responsibility, she said this.
I take absolute personal responsibility. I was the candidate. I was the person who was on the ballot, and I am very aware of, the challenges, the problems, the shortfalls that we had. Again, I will write all this out for you, but I will say this. I've been in a lot of campaigns, and I'm very proud of the campaign we ran, and I'm very proud of the staff and the volunteers.
Why aren't I 50 points ahead, you might ask? Well, the choice for working families has never been clearer. I need your help to get Donald Trump's record out to everybody.
Donald J. Trump is now President of the United States. President Mr. Trump, for the moment, steps away for the
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald. For their gracious aid.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
Well, as an American, I'm not sorry. I'm one happy patriot, as a matter of fact. We've been waiting and praying for justice to be served. And I know I'm not alone in that feeling. We are many. The trafficked kids won't be sorry. The dangerous, deadly drug victims and their families won't be sorry. And so on and so forth. There's too many to name that won't be sorry. Folks, all the secrets have been revealed. All the information is available. Starting back in like 2008 with WikiLeaks through QAnon. All these former insiders, these people we have all disregarded for years, the whistleblowers, sometimes 30-year military background, and then 20 years into one of the 3-letter alphabetic agencies. And the minute they tried to warn society, they are worthless. Conspiracists, not credible, but they were credible for over 50 years, instilled with the highest secrets. They all held very high clearances sometimes. But we typically tune them off, tune them out, and disregard their warning. I mean, don't we? Let me show you something. Come in closer. You have to imagine that you're Hillary and friends, and it's early November of 2017. Now, if you were convicted of treason in 2017 by a secret military tribunal, would you choose the death penalty or life in prison to play a role in the upcoming 2018-2019 MAGA movie? One of one, The Leverage. Here's how the death penalty becomes life in prison. 1. You sign a written confession, a full written confession. 2. You confess every crime on video. 3. You surrender all assets and wealth. 4. You allow for social media takeover. 5. You are given a new phone and computer. 6. You are made trackable by an RFID chip. 7. You agree to 24/7, 365 monitoring protection. 8. You are done if Trump team is harmed in any way. 9. You were done if you cross any of the red lines that are laid out. 10. You were told to play a specific role. 11. You get to go to jail if the entire plan works. 12. Otherwise, your original sentence is hanging around for you. 2 of 2, the Post. Now let's assume Q post number 1 already happened in November of 2017. That's where a lot of people say this never happened because you couldn't see it with your own eyes. If you go to Q post number 2, it says she is detained, but not yet arrested. Now, look at these attached Q posts for a few clues. You get to go to jail. You're watching a movie. What makes a movie good? Great actors. Offered a choice. Rest assured, they will vote pro-Trump. Patriots are in control. Sit back and enjoy the show. Hillary be arrested on October 30th of 2017. The only way is military, fully controlled. Now think about the timing of POTUS traveling to China. Under what article can the POTUS impose military intelligence takeover? When does a bird sing? We have it all. What makes a good movie? Talking points, 4 a.m., private email addresses. Future proves past. 100% insulated with zero risk of impeachment. Fact. Evil is globally. POTUS will not be addressing the nation on these issues. 11.3, Podesta indicted. 11.6, Huma indicted. What former president used the military to save the republic? Find those with the loudest voices. Coming soon to a theater near you. Ask yourself, does HRC say stupid things in public? Ask yourself, does HRC appear in public less often than you've seen? Ask yourself, what does Trump gain from her freedom? Ask yourself, what is the only leverage Trump has on her? Ask yourself, would Trump make this deal to save the children of the world? Three of 3, the script. Remember, arrests are easy. It's much harder to destroy an evil institution like the deep state or the media than a person. The real goal is to make them destroy their own institutions by having them act a certain way in public to tarnish their own institutions. When the truth comes out, this behavior will ultimately make all Americans and the world learn to despise them for their true crimes. They will be told to act unfairly and attack Trump until the truth is dropped, and then they will be told to take all the blame and praise Trump, praise Trump's actions. Checkmate. Now in the 4 of 4, the actors that you're seeing here on the screen, we would need to convict just a few key players back in 2017. Q says we have it all. To make the plan work, Trump's team would simply need to arrest and convict just a few key actors back in late 2017 from each of these following 4 categories: the White House, the media tech, the deep state, and Congress, and then let them choose the death penalty or life in prison or a reduced sentence based on their level of involvement. There was no need in 2017 to have a military tribunals for anyone other than the kind of people shown here. Of course, since then there's been plenty of more tribunals and more to come. There will be many, many more trials. Who knows that exact number? Now we have added more. Anyone that failed to stop the active coup that is still going on. These people are traitors. In the meantime, the talking heads in the media will just continue to attack Trump as long as they are told to by their masters listed below in the video. Same with the Twitter censorship and accounts. Once word gets out that these actors are ratted out on the cabal, these people won't be able to walk down the street ever again, and Gitmo will be their only safe place. Five of Five, the movie. Ask yourself why the people right here on the screen act so oddly lately. Patriots are still very much at risk, and special operations continue, especially underground and globally, with rogue actors still in play. However, once they attacked Trump in Vegas back in October of 2017, yes, you'll find out. And once the Saudi Arabian government was overthrown, POTUS had all the right in the world to convene these military tribunals. That's why Q started posting in October of 2017. They had every right. The biggest battles were already fought and won. Trump then traveled to Asia and fixed China and North Korea in November of 17. For all we know, these military tribunals were held starting in January of 17. You would only need about 50 of them to deal with the characters above, and it would only take a week for any single trial. Skeptical? Ask yourself if the 2017-2018 behavior of any of these people on the screen make any sense to you without this theory. For a nation cannot survive treason from within. Think logically. Imagine it's January 21st of 2017. Trump is now president. Trump visits the CIA headquarters. Plan kicks into full speed. Trump asked to run in 2012 by U.S. military patriots, by Middle Eastern patriots. Yes, the MBS, back in Saudi Arabia back in 2012. Some planning done in Saudi Arabia beyond the prying eyes of BHO, Barack Hussein Obama. He was so focused on Iran, he woke up the Saudi Arabian giant, one side of the pyramid, the plus plus plus. Now they turned against them. Now imagine the NSA had it all, and the GCC had it all. Once Trump is elected, you pounce at full speed with the military, a higher form of patriotism, prepared for years. Military is the only way, quietly, behind the scenes, very quietly, very sudden. How do you gain leverage over people that kill people? You convict them of treason in a military tribunal, and you issue a death penalty. Now you have the leverage. Offer them life in prison to as few as possible, like a few in the White House, like a few in the media, like a few in the deep state, like just a few out of Congress. And if they do certain things, like destroy their own deep state, like destroy the MSN, like destroy the human trafficking and like give videotape confessions and like name names, all names, like play a role in a movie, like their life depends on it, makes them great actors, makes them act despicable. So when the truth comes out, the public despises them and all of their institutions, make them take blame, and then they can praise Trump publicly to avoid the death penalty and take all the blame and get life in prison on time and under budget. Their 9/11 is coming right after a few things, like Trump getting exonerated. Then you drop it all. Open your mind to the truth. The harvest, the crop, has been prepared and soon will be delivered to the public for consumption. The hunters become the hunted. This was treason, sedition, returning power to the people, draining the swamp. POTUS is fighting for you. It's been a long time since we had a non-corrupt POTUS who cares for the people and not himself. What we were witnessing was the greatest coordinated misinformation attack campaign ever to be launched against the public, all in an effort to protect themselves from prosecution, public exposure, and to regain power and control. What you were witnessing was a systematic destruction of the old guard, the enemy of the people. I am Michael. This is the Patriot Hour. God bless, Godspeed to each and every one of you. And where we go one, we go all.